I've been asked to upload videos where I teach Italian, and I was a little bit wary of doing this because there is a lot of, tell you the truth, bullshit approaches to languages. There are people who improvise their way through teaching languages, and improvising can be a good thing if you have good grounds about language learning, language teaching, language assimilation, so to speak. Oh, and not, but it's not a good thing if you have no approach, or you have an approach that is outdated and didn't prove to be effective in the past. I mean, it didn't prove to be effective, and it's not effective because the way we learn. Sorry if I get out of the picture, literally. The way we learn a language to speak, in order to speak it, to understand it in real time, not reading and writing, is very, very different from the way we learn language.
They just changed, like Latin or ancient Greek. And
Oh, sorry. So my approach can seem quite strange, but it's very close to the way we learn our first language. And some people, well, we're not learning our first language as an inference from our native language. That's why I upload videos where I know the language of the learner and they're geared towards the learner's language. It means I in stress things are different, and I gloss over things that are quite similar. And however much I read, people can make mistake even when things are similar. But so I said I will dismiss and gloss over things that are similar, just present. And but I will I say I will stay longer on things that are quite different, and I will try to explain through examples in context. So at the beginning, as there is a little bit, there's not a lot of language to explain other things. So when you have a fair amount of language, you can use the language you already know to explain and to put in a context new patterns and new idioms, new words, new grammar. At the beginning, I will just introduce very, very simple things, but these are solid grounds. That means you start understanding the language in a real context. Obviously, you start from the simple things you can understand, that is, nouns, and you get used to listening the actual sounds of the language. You will focus on the sounds of the language without being distracted by other things, like how to make a plural, how to conjugate verbs, how to make a feminine, and whatever. So at the beginning it sounds very, 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 very easy. Give an example. Tazza, tazza. bicchiere, bicchiere, tazza, bicchiere, bicchiere, bicchiere pieno, bicchiere vuoto, bicchiere, bicchiere, bicchiere vuoto. Non, almost. Bicchiere, bicchiere, bicchiere e bicchiere. If in time, could be the first lesson. In time, what will I do? When you get used to all the sound like portafoglio, 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 penna, penna. I will introduce adjectives and other things. I already introduced the pieno and the vuoto. Un bicchiere, due bicchieri. Una tazza, due tazze. Una penna nera, una penna verde, una penna rossa, una penna blu. Una, due, tre, quattro penne. So this is an example. I will build on this kind of language. It sounds very stupid at the beginning, but that's the way we learn our first language. Do not mind writing. Writing is the last thing. Once you're used to understanding the language, you must be able to memorize and absorb it without, at the beginning, without taking notes, and try to rely only on your audio memory. I don't know exactly. I mean, on the audio part. And in time, I will explain to you how to read and how to spell the language. But you must get used to very simple things and the right sounds. So if I say, for example, coltello, 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 un coltello, non ce n'è un altro, ok, coltello, tazza. You get used to different sounds like double consonants or tongue. Usually I have to find a word, an object or something with a ñ. I don't want to tell you the meaning. You have to infer the meaning by the words you already know, by the context is something I explain. Obviously at the beginning there's no context, there's not anything I can explain in Italian because you don't know Italian. But in time I explain a lot of things just with objects. In time I will get out, I will meet people, I will let people say something in Italian, I will tell you what to say, so you will hear in time other voices in real life out of this room. Obviously, it takes time for me. If I use a ñ, I have to find an object with ñ. It's not easy to find every time an object with the right sound. That's why sometimes I will go out or whatever. In time I will know you'll know other words and I can explain through other words. I have a fair amount of things in this room, so I will I can explain a lot of things through objects. So, in the first, so to speak, introductory lesson, you learned 2 or 3 things. You learned that 3 words, at least, and I will tell you another word. I will. Libro, libro, libro. Un libro. 2 libri. Un libro. 2 libri. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can count till 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 4. Did you say quattro? Quattro. What is the main mistakes English speakers make? They use English language phonetics when they speak Italian. They're reflex, I know. So you would say quattro or quattro, most likely. Well, try to speak Italian in Italian, not in English. This is not a patronizing series of videos. I will try in time not to I will stop speaking and using English, even to I don't use English to explain at the beginning, but at least tell you what to do, repeat this stuff, and I will always use double. I will say repeat, ripeti, if you understand what I mean. And I will win you off the Italian part. I'm not here to boast my English. I'm not here to speak English. It's geared towards English people. That means, as I said before, that at the beginning I will use some English. For example, now I explain. I'm not really teaching. I explain what this is all about. And it's not the usual YouTube videos. Why? Because I got a degree in order to teach English, not to teach Italian, but I've been teaching a lot of people. I've been learning several languages. I'm not one of these people who learn 10 or 11 languages, not even 4, maybe 4 Italian, English, Esperanto, and Greek, okay, but mostly Italian and English. But I'm not here to earn money. I'm not here to be sponsored by some language corporation or language company, whatever, firm that sponsors me, and I have to tell everybody it is so good to learn 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I will tell you, well, just learn 1 or 2 well. Because you have better fish to fry, you have your own life, I guess, and but I will help you along the way with Italian, and that will be a very different approach, just spoken, just objects, and in time outside, and I will let you hear other people, but always a language that you can understand according to what you've been doing before. If you don't watch these upcoming videos several times, and even if I push forward review every time the other videos till you cannot stand my voice anymore. And what will happen? You will hear other people's voices. Tell you, I live in Rome. Most of the accent you will hear, it will be from Rome. Tell you that. It's not far removed from Italian. I will try to make people speak what I tell you them to say. I will try to make them say what I tell them to. That's better said. But there's always an accent. I mean, those people are common people like you would meet, bump into on the streets of London. People who speak a standard language but have their inflection of their accent. Okay? It's pretty difficult for me to have people from Milan or from Naples or from other parts of Italy. If I meet, I can do. But for the time being, considering the accent of Rome, spoken by a cultured person, is quite acceptable. It's not far removed from the standard Italian accent that only speakers have. I myself try to speak as well as I can, and that's it. Good luck with to myself and to you with these videos. Goodbye.